What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Puerto'S 77, and I'm doing a on the spot live rant. And as you can see, you're gonna see my face because it's gonna be up close and personal stuff. But before that, I want you to take note of the night's pinstripe. Hold on. Let me pause this right. Let me mute this right here. All right, now we're going good. Right. So what's up, everybody? What's going on? Thank you for joining. Apologize for the delay. I had something to take care of, so I had the room set up, but then something came up, life responsibilities. But I just want to say, if you're able to attend live, I appreciate it. If not, and you're able to check it out as a post recording, I appreciate that too. But I want to say I appreciate everybody who is down for my channel, subscribe, and watch my content. I hope you enjoy the content and understand where I'm coming from. But a couple of things we're gonna get my rant on, all right? A couple of things come up, and I'm gonna get my rant across the board. So we're gonna start off with Dead Rising 4. Let's call a spade a spade. It flopped. Plain and simple. All right? And I apologize if you don't see me looking at you because I'm looking in and out in the chat box and stuff like that. But on the real, it flopped. Now the question is, why am I bringing up that it flopped for? Is it one of those, oh, Puerto'S just hate Xbox, and he just wants Xbox to fail, and now he happy that it flopped? Is that it? Is that why I'm bringing it up? You see, what's funny is everybody forgets the shit I say. Only a few people actually remember what I say. Only a few, all right? A lot of people either don't remember what I say, or if they do remember what I say, they don't remember it the way I said it, and they say something completely different. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Mark Woodland, Rijal, who's next? I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time. Check out my video. Everybody in the chat box. For those who were in earlier and left, I apologize for the delay. I know it's very professional, and at the same time, I didn't mean to waste your time and stuff. But there were things out of my control that I had to take care of. I wish I could have done it in a more timely manner. But anyway, so why am I bringing this up again? Last year, when people were using Xbox holiday games as a talking point to talk shit about PlayStation 4 holiday games, I was making the point. Nobody can hear me? I hear Mo. What's up, Mo? He says, why can't I hear you? Y'all having issues hearing me? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so Vishal can hear me. Okay, all right, so everybody can hear me. All right, so anyway, I was making a point that it's not cool for Microsoft to hold off on a whole bunch of games to put at the end of the year. Okay? It's not cool. The strategy doesn't even make sense. I said last year, all right, and I was telling people over and over, but people, when I talk, people think I'm just doing it because I want to see Xbox fail. Listen, I'm going to buy an Xbox. Why would I want a gaming console? I don't care if the goddamn iPhone succeeds as a gaming platform. That doesn't mean anything. I don't want any console to fail. The failure of a console doesn't mean nothing. Listen, I don't need Xbox to fail for PlayStation to succeed. PlayStation's a successful console without Xbox. Nintendo, bring on the Atari, bring on fucking ColecoVision. It don't matter. PlayStation 4 is a successful console. Right? It doesn't mean anything. So what other people do at this point, what other consoles do or don't do at this point doesn't mean anything. My preferred platform is already successful. It's getting the support that I want. It's bringing the games that I want. That's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? All right. But some of the things on the Xbox side that's happening some of the decisions really that Microsoft doesn't put Xbox in the very best position for success. And one of the things was this fucking philosophy they did of putting most of their exclusives towards the end of the year. And I consistently said it's a stupid fucking idea. But people took that as jealousy or fanboyism or whatever. And I was saying this, and this is the point what I said last year. From January to August of 2016, when it came to multiplats, during that 8-month period, January to August, all we had was Doom, Division, Overwatch, Madden, and maybe Paragon if you want to consider that a big game. 5 games over an 8-month period in terms of multiplats, big multiplats. Sure, you have smaller titles and indies and stuff like that, but as for the big AAA titles, big titles, you really only have 4 or 5 at the most. You didn't have a lot from January to August. But then as soon as September to November came, and remember, that's only 3-month period. September, October, November. Just 3-month period. You started getting Deus Ex, Watch Dogs 2, Titanfall, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Watch Dogs 2. I think I already said that. What else? Dishonored 2. You know what I'm saying? And you guys could probably name some more titles. This is just stuff I'm naming off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? You had like 8 or 9 titles out there. And the biggest one, some of the biggest ones was Call of Duty and Battlefield 1. That everybody was playing. Oh, NBA 2K. That's another one. You were having games all over in just a 3-month period. Oh, and Final Fantasy 15. That's another one. Like 9 to 10 big multiplats. Right? Mafia 3, another one. Are you hearing all the games I'm naming in a 3-month window? So in the 8th month window, when there's only 4 or 5 multiplats, you don't want to bring out games. You want to bring out games when there's like a shitload of titles in a 3-month window. So that's why I was saying it's a bad idea to release Dead Rising and Record. Those games ain't that fucking important. But when people hear me say they're not that important, they think I'm trying to hate on the game. I'm not trying to hate on the game. I'm not saying the game sucks. I'm saying people are going to buy Battlefield, Titanfall, Dishonored, all these other games before they will buy those. The Dead Rising 4 and Record can't stand toe-to-toe with any of those multiplats. And there's only so many games gamers are going to buy in one shot. People didn't understand that. Oh, Puerto Rock, you don't even own the Xbox. You don't speak for Xbox. You don't know what we like. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? I was right. Dead Rising 4 and Record flopped. We knew Record flopped. That was already known the very same week. Now it's official. Dead Rising. It's July. That game came out in December. It had holiday sales, and it still hasn't reached. Hell, it still hasn't shipped 1 million units. And it's been like fucking 7 to 8 months. Why? Because I told you no one's going to buy Dead Rising 4 with all these other games. It's not that type of game. No one's going to choose, you know what? I'm going to buy Dead Rising 4 over Battlefield, over Titanfall, over Call of Duty. It's not that game. I'm not saying the game is bad. You know, people... Yo, some of y'all forgot what system selling games are no more. You know, listen, just because a game has a AAA budget doesn't mean it's a big blockbuster game. AAA budget is a AAA. It's just a budget. It's just how much money they spend on the game. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a big top killer app that people are freaking, going to run to the stores and get. Dead Rising 4 is not that game. It wasn't. For the amount of, you know shit is bad when more gamers went out and bought and played The Last Guardian than fucking Dead Rising 4. How sad is that? A game that was delayed since like what, 2009? And it was originally a PS3 game? And then when it finally came out, more gamers went out and bought it to play it. More PlayStation 4 gamers went out to play The Last Guardian than Xbox gamers went to play Dead Rising 4. And I called it. Right? Here's a little secret. Here's a little secret that you guys don't realize. Right? It's okay to release a game in May. Right? It's okay to release a game in May, March, April, you know, February, because it's still viable in November. It doesn't go away. Look at Uncharted. Uncharted came out in May 2016. And everybody was still buying it in November. Hell, when it got bundled, that was the #1 bundle. Look at Horizon Zero Dawn. It launched in the last week of February, And then just this past June, it went back in the top 10 of MPD. Those new games that launch early in the year still count towards the later in the year. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say this other prediction. I think fucking Crackdown is going to flop sales wise. It might be a great game. It could be a great game. All right? It could be a great game. You could have an amazing multiplayer, and those who get it will have fun. But this is beyond just simply an individual's taste. This is about the success of a game and the potential to be a successful franchise for the future. Dead Rising 4 probably will never be a time exclusive on Xbox ever again. Capcom probably will be done with that. Who knows if they even bother to make the game anymore? They probably won't even make it anymore. You know, unless it takes off on PlayStation. If they release it on PlayStation, they probably won't even make the shit no more. It's not even selling 1 million. They probably won't even deal with it. Something drastic is going to happen. You know, if they do make it, let's say Dead Rising 5, it's a same day multiplayer. It won't be exclusive no more. Not even time. That's over with. You can forget about that. That's over with. All right. As far as Crackdown, listen, the game could probably be amazing. But the way Microsoft showed this shit and then have the balls to put it in November, right when everybody's hyping Call of Duty World War II, and maybe like 2-3 weeks, Star Wars Battlefront 2 comes out? Come on, bro. That's fucking bananas. That's bananas. No one's going to, again, just like Dead Rising, very few people's going to be talking about that game. Going to be talking about Crackdown. And Microsoft, once again, is going to fuck it all up, their franchises. Microsoft has not handled their franchises. Listen, I know a lot of people want to talk about it's the media, the fanboys, they shit on the game. No. Let me tell you something. Here's the truth. The success of a game rests in the hands of the Xbox owners. No different than the success of a PlayStation game rests in the hands of PlayStation 3 gamers. You see this? Neo. Right? You should look at camera. You see this game, right? Neo. Right? Within the first 2 weeks, this game sold 1 million copies. This did better than a lot of Xbox AAA games. You know why? Because the PlayStation gamers did not listen to the fanboy crap the Xbox gamers were saying, calling it jab crap. We didn't care. We don't care what you say. You can't ruin what we want to play. No one can. All right? The owners of the console are the only ones that can make a game successful or a failure. No one else. No one else could do it for you. You understand? So Dead Rising 4's flop was in the hands of Xbox gamers, not PlayStation gamers. We have nothing to do with that. We're not in GameStop putting a gun to your head. We're not hacking your accounts, preventing you from buying these games. That's all on you guys at this point. Soon, when I get my Xbox, I'm going to buy what I want to buy. Ain't nobody going to interfere on the game I buy and the games I don't buy. Just like no one interferes on the game I buy or don't buy on a PlayStation. Like, for example, I'm not buying Gran Turismo Sport. Not happening. I'm not even going to download a demo. I don't like racing games. I don't give a shit who tells me what. On Twitter, on Facebook, well, not really Facebook, but on YouTube, doesn't matter. I don't care if fucking people give that score a perfect 100. I'm not buying the game. And there's nobody that's going to make me. That's just me. But on the flip side, I'm going to get me Hellblade. I don't care how many people don't like it. I'm going to get it. That's just the reality, right? But in truth, Microsoft could do a much better job of putting their games in a position of success. Even if it's not their game, let's say like Capcom, it's really Capcom's ultimate decision, but Microsoft could be like, hey, Capcom, can you delay this game to like January, February? Hell, perfect example, Ni no Kuni. It was supposed to come out in November. Now all of a sudden it's coming out when? January? Came out in January. That's what's come out. It got delayed. Not because of technical reasons, Why do you think they delayed Ni no Kuni 2 and moved it away from the November? Because no one's gonna buy the shit in fucking November. That's just the truth. It's not gonna be a bad game. It'll probably be a great game too. But no one's gonna be looking out for Ni no Kuni 2 in November. It's gonna be very few people. January, February, it's a lot more open. Because by that time, Call of Duty's already been out for 2 months. Destiny's already been out for 3-4 months. Star Wars Battlefront's already been out for like 2 months. Hey, it might be time for people just to test out something new because it's been 2 months since they played something. You see what I'm saying? It's all about timing. It's all about marketing. It's all about how you present the products. All right? That Rising 4 bombed. You got no one else to blame. I primarily blame Microsoft. They're the first ones because they should have known better. They should have known better to release Dead Rising 4 in the middle of that whirlwind of games. They should have known better. Xbox gamers, I'm not even gonna say it's Xbox gamers' fault, to be honest, because there was a lot of popular games that were out. You know, especially when Microsoft also launched their own first-party exclusives right next to it. So even games like Gears of War and Forza Horizon 3 ate the shit out of Dead Rising 4. They ate their own young. You know, Recore and Dead Rising never had a chance. Because you got Gears of War, Forza Horizon 3, and then after those two, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Titanfall. Where the fuck are you going to fit Dead Rising 4 and Recore when you have all these big games coming out? Come on, bro. Microsoft is they're just killing their own brand. They're eating their own young. And that shit's ridiculous. But of course, people are just going to think, oh, you just want Microsoft fail. Listen, bro. Microsoft is doing a fine job fucking shit up on their own. They're doing a real fine job. Believe me. I don't have to do a damn thing. All right? But let's move on to the next thing. Next thing that got me nervous. PSN price increase. So Sony raised that shit to like what? 50 pounds for the UK and 60 euros or some shit? So it's almost like $70 if you change it to a fucking American dollar. So I'm thinking, wait a minute. Right now in America, PSN Plus is $60. So if it's equivalent of $70 in Europe, does that mean they're going to start raising our prices too on this side of the river? I mean, of this side of the Atlantic? Yo, Sony's bugging, bro. $70? $70 of potential. And now I'm hearing rumors that Update 5.0 could potentially merge PSN Now with PSN Plus. And that's the reason why it has the increase. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, I don't want that. I don't want that. I know some people's going to tell me, oh, but it's a great value. You're only paying $10 extra and you get to stream all. I don't want to stream shit. I don't want to stream. Streaming to me is the equivalent of always connected, always online. I don't want to play single player games and worry about internet connection. I don't want that. If I have to play a game over internet connection, it's a multiplayer game or an MMO. I'm willing to accept that. But if I'm playing a single player game, what the fuck does the internet have to do with it? It has shit to do with that. $70 a year? For fucking what? I'm not saying PSN's a bad service at all. I'm not that doom and gloom guy. I'm not saying it's a bad service at all. I'm perfectly fine with PSN Plus. It doesn't matter if there's a perception that Xbox Live is better. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. All right? I'm perfectly content with what PSN gives me. I could play my games. I got my friends list. I got party chat. There's features I enjoy on there. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm happy. The store is fast as hell. You know, downloading's easy in store. I mean, everything about the PlayStation is simple, it's sleek, it's cool, it's easy. I'm good. But if there's a plan to increase the price, what the hell? My man Delta Boy is saying, who's paying $70 a year? Right now, it's still $60 in the United States. But Sony, as of August 31st, they're going to raise the price in Europe, you know. So those that go with the euro is going to be, 59 euros. And then in England, which goes by the pound, is like 49 pounds. If you convert it to American currency, that's $70. So that means, here in America, we pay 60. So there's a potential America, it could go up to $70, because it'll balance it out. Yo, that's bugged out, man. Like, what are we doing here? $70? You bugging, Sony. And don't tell me you're doing it because of fucking PS Now. PS Now? Nah, man. Now, I'm kind of lucky in a little bit because when it was like $50, I bought like 4 or 5 years because they stack. PS Now stack. So I don't really need to renew for maybe about another 4 years, because I bought a couple, especially when rumors was coming that they're going to raise it $60. I said, let me buy a couple now, because they stack. But that doesn't change the fact that it could potentially be $70, and what's going to be the difference? You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit, bro. $70? Yo, if you're going to go $70, automatic. Every month, you got to give a AAA game, a PS4 game. Well, I don't give a fuck. You got to start doing something, bro, because that shit's bugged out. You got to do something more, because you can't just. I mean, I understand that the network has to get better, has to increase, but my philosophy is this. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be real. You should provide whatever updates and performance improvements and performance feature you plan to implement. You should provide it first, then raise the price. So that way we understand, okay, we get it. Like, for example, if Sony goes, hey, we're going to convert PS Now to also provide digital downloads for, PS4 console owners only. Not PC, but console owners only. So now you can digitally download these PS3 games and stuff like that. Right? Okay. Provide that. Then increase the price. Now we see something. Or party chat. We went from 8-player to now 16-player rooms. Do that first. Got it. PS name change. If Sony goes, hey, you can change your name for free if you're a PSN Plus member, $5 or $10 if you're a non-member. Do that first. All right, we get it. Show us the improvement first. Show us the shit first. And then increase the price. But you got to give us the service first. Don't take our money and be like, don't worry, in good faith, we'll eventually improve this shit. It doesn't work that way. I just can't see it. That shit's just a trip, man. Y'all bugging out. $70, bro. And I feel sorry. Right now this is going to impact, our Euro brethren. But I have a feeling it's going to come on this side of the river. And then I think maybe in Canada it's like even $10 higher. So I think it's like $70 now in Canada. So that shit could be like $80. Like, what the fuck, bro? That shit's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it this way. This is some things PSN needs to do to justify a $70 increase. I'm gonna be real. Convert the PS Now servers or implement in the PS Now servers to include digital download. They need to do that, step one. So that way you can stream or you can digitally download. They got to figure out a way. I know some people will be like, oh, it's impossible. Yada. I don't hear all that shit. Figure it the fuck out. You have the #1 console on the market. You're the PS2 of the gen. No excuses. Figure it out. Right? That's #1. Okay? #2, I would increase the party chat rooms. You got 8 players, I would bump it up to at least 12. Similar to Xbox, because I think Xbox got 12. I will, at a minimum, bump it up to 12. 16 if you can. I know that takes up bandwidth, but whatever. That'll be #2. Okay? #3, first-party games need to be ran on dedicated servers. I don't care about the third-party games, because third-party, they created their own servers. They're going to do what they're going to do. But first-party games should be run on dedicated servers for improved performance, better performance. You see what I'm saying? And then finally, increase the bandwidth cap. So that way people can download games faster. A lot of us, I'm not saying everybody has good internet. I understand some people, then the people in America have like a 5 meg internet service. You know, not everybody has 300 meg, but for those that do, we should take advantage. I got 300 meg service, yet my fucking download speeds is usually average 40 megs to 50 megs. Like, come on, do something. Help me take advantage of what I'm paying Spectrum for. You know what I'm saying? Is it too much to ask for to use my internet to its full capability? That's what I'm saying. But it's bugged out. $70, but we'll see about that. We'll see how it is, man. But anyway, next thing, Cliffy B. My man Cliffy B. There's a chance my man Cliffy B is tired of the frauds, bro. You know what I'm saying? So somebody on Twitter, my man Craven God, he asked and talked about people talking about you can port games from PC to Xbox One X in like 2 hours. And my man Cliffy B is like, nah, that's bullshit. He just straight up, that's bullshit. All right? Now, I don't know if he's telling the truth or he's not, because he's one of the first developers to actually go against the grain. And keep in mind, he's not riding the One X train. You know, he's not like all in. All right, so let's talk about a few things. All right, let's talk about one. Let's talk about lawbreakers, right? And let's get out here. Let's get out there because there's still some Xbox gamers that don't understand. All right, the dude only has 65 people working for him. Okay, he cannot develop. There's only so many platforms he could develop at the same time, and his limit is 2. All right, for those of you who don't know, he will always develop on the PC platform first because that is his background. Right. Some of you Xbox dudes who started on 360 or whatever think that Cliffy B's career came off the back of Gears of War. That is incorrect. The man was making games since he was 14. He was already a professional game developer at 14. One of his biggest games was Unreal Tournament in the 90s. All right? Unreal Tournament was a huge online game. Before Xbox was even a fucking seaman and Bill Gates' nutsack, Cliffy B developed one of the best games during the 90s and one of the most memorable games of all time, especially Unreal Tournament 99. Probably one of the best multiplayer games of all time. It's in the record books. You understand what I'm saying? So before Xbox was a seaman and Bill Gates' nutsack, that man was already producing quality games. So no, his fame did not come from Gears of War. Maybe for you guys who were either 2-3 years old in the 90s and weren't around and didn't know, probably never even heard of Unreal Tournament, but that's not, Gears of War was not what made his name, okay? In fact, it was his name and his, reputation is what helped put Gears of War on the map. Because when Gears of War was being developed, it was being advertised as, hey, from the creator of Unreal Tournament, from one of the developers of Unreal Tournament, Gears of War. And that's what hyped, because a lot of the old school gamers was like, oh shit, Cliffy B's doing some new shit. Let's check this shit out. Right? Now he said he put Lawbreakers because he can only develop for 2 platforms. PC is the automatic choice for number 1. Number 2, it came down to between PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And PlayStation 4 has the bigger user base and the bigger global brand recognition and more software sales. So it was just a business decision. Some of you Xbox fanboys, not the Xbox fans, but the fanboys took it too far and took it too personal. Oh, you a traitor, we made you, and you ain't made shit. All right? If anything, his game helped put 360 on the map. Because if that game would have been a multi-plat, that's one major game 360 want to have under its belt. And you probably wouldn't have that game as a major franchise. So no, you didn't make him. He helped make and create a franchise, which is now an Xbox staple. All right? Well, he had a business to take care of. He has 65 people. He's trying to make this company successful. He chose the best decision. It doesn't mean Lawbreaker's not going to come to Xbox. He just couldn't develop it at the same time. He couldn't do 3 platforms. It would delay his game. And he cannot have a delay. He cannot release Lawbreakers in the middle of November. Go back to the beginning of my video on what happens when you try to go against the Juggernaut. He cannot wait till 2018. Because even 2018 is going to be pretty stacked. You got State of Decay, you got God of War, you got Spider-Man, and God knows what other titles. So now is the time perfect for him to release Lawbreakers, which is going to come out in a couple of weeks. It's perfect for him. And then later on, it'll come out for Xbox. But some of you don't understand, right? Here's a thought. I want to ask you something. I want to ask you guys this. Xbox dudes, help me out this. Let's walk the dog on this. All right? Let's say you can port a game from PC to Xbox One in 2 hours, right? Let's say you can do that. I'm not saying you can. I'm not saying you can't. This is a hypothetical situation. I want to ask you this. So what? So you ported a game from PC to Xbox One X in 2 hours. I want to know, so what? Now, of course, everybody's going to come up with the reasons. Well, you see, it's this and that, and it's great. But there's only one problem. No matter how fast you port the game to Xbox One X, hell, you could port the game in 10 minutes. Guess which console you still have to wait for? The Xbox One S. Because they're not going to release the game exclusively on the One X. It still has to come out day and date on the One S and the vanilla. Am I right? Because you're not going to get One X only games. So no matter how fast the game gets ported on the One X, you're still waiting for the One S. Because it's tied. The One X is part of that Xbox One vanilla, the console that came out in 2013 ecosystem. You all going to get the game at the same time. So let's say even if they did port the game, oh shit, we ported this game, we got done in 10 minutes. All they're going to do is they're going to put it to the side, and you're going to have to wait until they're done with the One S and the vanilla version. Because that game is not going on the shelf unless it works on the vanilla and the One S. So we really don't know what this whole 2-hour port shit even means and what relevance it has. Cliffy B called something out. He's calling developers it's not that easy. He's saying it's all bullshit. So it's going to be pretty interesting how this develops. I'm really interested on what it is. You know what I'm saying? But my man said, nah, on Twitter, live. And he ain't hiding no shit. What else we got? You know what I'm saying? My man's tired of the bullshit. Called it out. I don't know if he's telling the truth. I don't even know if he has a dead kid. But I will say this. I will give him more a benefit of the doubt before I give YouTubers that never developed a game. You're talking about a dude who created Gears of War, Shadow Complex, Unreal Tournament, Paragon, right? That's epic. And now Lawbreakers, which I'm hearing positive stuff over the open beta. I downloaded it today. I'll probably check it out starting tomorrow morning and check it out. Dude knows how to make good games. I'm just saying. But again, I'm not saying he's telling the truth. I'm not saying lying. This is the first time there's actually somebody that's going against the grain. So it's going to be interesting and stuff like that, right? But anyway, that's my rant. There's a lot of bullshit going on across the board. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bullshit. But I'll be honest, I'm really pissed about that PSN shit. That's some bullshit right there. Because I feel it's coming. Shit's not right, Sony. You need to step up. You know, you need to show the improvements first. Then ask for the increase. So that way you can say all these big improvements result in the price increase. Not here's the price increase and then we're going to give you the improvements. It doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. But anyway, this is your boy, this is your boy Puerto'S 77. All right. Thank you so much for checking out my little rant. You know, if you can, please hit the like button, spread this out on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Check me out tomorrow, 6 p.m. on Zair's channel. I'm going to debate dude named 108 Dragon TV. He about to get this work. Y'all excited to see that? Everybody in the chat, hit the 1 button if you're excited to see that. Hit the, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, they set that up. I guess this 108 Dragon was doing a little rant on one of Zair's streams, his Mixer streams. And I guess he wants this work. You see what I'm saying? He wants this work. You're going to get this work, dog. He's gonna get this work. It's gonna be good shit. It's gonna be 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Special edition. We're bringing back Xbox versus Pony. You know how I shut that shit down, but I guess people want to come back. Anyway, hey, I love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for everybody up here. I'm supporting my channel. My man all day out there in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Sipping on that acapella wine and shit like that. Yo, but we doing this tomorrow, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. 6 p.m. tomorrow. You know, 108 Dragon TV versus Puerto Rock. I'm going to be representing 60 frames. No lag. No lag tomorrow. It's coming. It's going to be, it's going to be crazy. But anyway, you guys take care. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, you know what I'm saying? And hit the like button. I appreciate it. And this is your boy, Puerto'S. Don't forget, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 60 Frames No Lag podcast. The realest podcast with the realest dudes on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? The fastest growing gaming channel on a Wednesday night. You know what I'm saying? I'm your boy, Puerto'S. I'm out. Peace. Good night. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your gaming.